On the same night, she'll be fighting Jamal Charlo, Gervonta Davis, Lamont Roach Jr. Getting a lot of criticism. People calling Tank a cherry picker. People say you're bringing up a smaller guy again. Lamont Roach seems like he's fighting for his respect. What's your thoughts on that fight?
I mean, I got mixed emotions. I mean, part of me says, you know what I'm saying, I kind of agree with the people to a degree, only because we know that Gervonta Davis is, you know, at the top of the food chain. Let's just be honest. Like, no disrespect to Lamont Roach, but I mean, we all know he's passed the eye test. He's already proven that he can punch. He's already proven that he got the skill set. He's been on the top of the game for quite some time. And when you really pay attention to his resume, it's kind of like we could find a bunch of holes there that say, you know, why aren't you fighting these top guys? What is the holdup? You see what I'm saying? Like, by the time we get you to fight these top guys, you're going to be in your mid-30s, and then we're going to say, oh, well, that's not the same Tank that we could have had 5 years ago, whatnot. So I get it from a business perspective, but at the same time, it's starting to get a little bit, like, monotonous at this point. Like, all right, Tank, we get it. You know what I'm saying? You're building, you know, whatever, but can we get you to fight a top name? However, I also don't want to be that guy who doesn't give a guy like Lamont Roach a chance. He is a world champion, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he's in this position. Is he a mandatory?
No, he's a champ at 30.
He's a champ at 30.
Yeah, and he's moving up. So, no, he's
not.
So
So he's not okay. So he's a champ at 30. He's moving up. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, he's a world champion. He's a man. He's got 2 fists. And if he's training, he's kind of in such a similar situation to Thomas Lamont, right? Like, where, like, people are already counting him out before the fight starts. So he has to go in there and prove himself. So I have mixed emotions. You know, part of me agrees, and then part of me also says, you know, you never count a man out. You know, if the man's going in there willing to fight, willing to win, anything can happen. And we've seen time and time again upsets in this sport where you don't give the other guy a shot, and then he proves you wrong. And it's like, you know, you kind of feel stupid. So, you know, I got, like, mixed emotions.
Who wins that fight?
I mean, I'm going to have to go with Gervonta Davis. I think Gervonta Davis, honestly, is the most complete fighter in that division. I mean, and when I say complete, I mean he could fight on the inside. He could box from the outside. He's got good defense. He got power in both hands. He's willing to bite down on his mouthpiece. The one thing that I will say that can work against him at some point is the fights where he gives up all these rounds to get the knockout. Truthfully, you know, I don't think he needs to do that. I think he's skillful enough to actually walk a guy down behind a jab, use his head movement, and not have to just give up rounds. But he believes so much in his power that I guess he's gotten away with it to this point. I think that's the only drawback with him. Also, him being a little bit shorter can be a benefit or a detriment against him. You know what I mean? But overall, skill set wise, fighter wise, I think he's the most complete because, you know, all the other guys in the division that you want to name, they don't have all those attributes where Tank actually does.